different? It's you're a live streamer? Yeah.
Okay, I hope everyone's ready for today's school meeting. It's a beautiful day. I can see a lot of smiles even though we have masks on, but I'm just assuming that we're all happy. Okay, so Jill's going to start us off with our first announcement.
Seniors, your final transitions meeting will take place tomorrow at 2 p.m. in Englehart. There will be Chick-fil-A.
Mr. Finch has a math club announcement.
I have one more announcement this year from the Mathematical Association of America. A couple years ago, they started a program in which they give a monetary award of $1,000 to the top 5 female participants in the American mathematics competition. And I'm obviously thrilled to say that Tracy was one of those 5 women in the United States. So please congratulate her when you see her.
Congratulations, Tracy. The spring coaches have an announcement.
Hello. So congratulations to all of the coaches, the spring coaches. You guys all had great seasons. Lou and I wanted to thank the athletic department and a couple of people in facilities. Phil Davis helps put the race course in, and Kevin Knotts also helps with the repairs around the boathouse and puts the race course in. And then of course the facilities guys take care of Rodney Point where our visitors come. And Jay Knight, who takes care of not just our motors, but over like 180 motors on this campus, which is kind of crazy. So if you see Jay Knight, tell him thank you. We have 3 awards to give out. I wanted to give out the Most Improved Award to Elliot. And the Coaches Award to Felix Hernandez. And the MVP Award to JT Meyer.
Congratulations, guys. I have a few more awards to give them that. My most improved goes to Marvi Ali. we give out an annual Hammer Award for the top 2K of the year, and that goes to Kate Butcher. And I have 3 Coaches Awards. The Coaches Award for Grit goes to Kate Butcher. The Coaches Award for Grace goes to Madeline Berkness. The Coaches Award for Joy goes to Heidi Cobb. And the Brownlee Crew Prize goes to Captain Amrit Chapman.
So I'll give a couple of awards for girls soccer. Before I do, I'll talk about all conference awards that we just had 2 nights ago. So for second team all conference, please recognize Romy Cower and Cora Berkness. First team, we have 4. We have Anna Schneider, Emily Boyer, Parker Friedley, and Claire Slinker. And then for the team awards, for most improved, we have Patty Lunsford and Briar Wood. For the coaches award, we have Emily Boyer. And the MVP, we have Anna Schneider.
All right, for girls lacrosse, we also have some all-conference awards. Second team all-conference was Claudina Buccini and Noni Bocock. And first team went to Helia Salati and Maddie Black. And then some team awards. Our most improved player this year was Maya Austin. Our Spark Plug Award went to Claudina Buccini. Our Offensive Player of the Year went to Helia Salati. And our Defensive Player of the Year went to Maddie Black.
Thank you. The boys lacrosse program, I'd first like to thank Ms. Pierce for all of her hard work in keeping us COVID safe and for giving us a season this year. We really appreciated being out there. And we also want to thank Phil for the gorgeous new boys lacrosse field that's in front of the gym. We love playing on that. So thank you, Phil, for all your hard work there. I am giving these awards on behalf of Colin Kirby, who is a coach from the outside, who I had the pleasure of working with. He's first year as a head coach, and he had a lot he had to deal with. And if you don't know this fella, you need to get to know him. He's a great man, and he worked very, very hard to plan practices and to watch film and to make this an excellent experience for all the players. We ended the season 8-7. We're appreciative of our wonderful managers, Izzy and Jill, who kept our stats and kept everything going. And we have some team awards that we'd like to give first. The most improved player for boys varsity lacrosse was Crawford Seeley. Our coaches award for dedication go to Trey Thomas and Alex Austin. And the MVP for this season, who had an average of 6 goals against him per game, was our goalie Flynn Bowman. In terms of our all-conference selections, with 39 points on the season, second team all-conference, Sage Cookerly. And for our first team all-conference representatives, again, Flynn Bowman as goalie, Finn Hunt at attack with 47 points on the season, and our lockdown defender who always played the #1 attackman on the other team, Frank Koblish. And all state is yet to be determined for boys lacrosse. Thank you. The baseball team would love to thank a few people very quickly. Ms. Pierce and Mr. Wood, Mr. Roach, Mr. Brazelton, Mr. Rivera, and Mr. Girardi for making our field the best in the state. Mr. Phil Davis for helping out in so many different ways. And our outstanding coaches, Mr. Moffitt, Mr. Edmonds, and the legendary Mr. Colburn. Also huge thanks to Elliot and Sonal. Thank you to our seniors, Yash, Caden, Matt, Nick, Mason, and Tyler. Come back and visit us at Colburn Field whenever you can. And the independent conference coaches met at the beginning of the week and recognized as an honorable mention all-conference outfielder, Christo Butner. Honorable mention second baseman, Jared Horgan. Honorable mention shortstop, Caden Wood. Honorable mention utility player, Nick Lilly. Second team first baseman, Mason McKee. First team all-conference third baseman, Meade Evans. First team all-conference catcher, Riley Burrows. And recognized as a first team all-conference outfielder and representing St. Andrews in the Blue Gold All-Star Game, Nick Lilly. And our team awards, the JV award goes to Jesse Carr. Our most improved player award goes to Meade Evans. Our coaches award goes to Ford Chapman. And our team MVPs, Riley Burrows and Nick Lilly.
So we have 2 awards to give away for the boys tennis program. First, most improved goes to Theo Taylor. Theo is one of the hardest working and most dedicated athletes that I've had the chance to work with at St. Andrews, and even though it's his first year on the varsity tennis team, he was an excellent leader for the whole team, and including his doubles partner Arnav, who will try to win the state tournament at number 2 doubles starting on Saturday. Expect big things. Coach's award goes to Cole Kay. Cole's had a terrific tennis career at St. Andrews. He won the second doubles state tournament with his partner Will Weaver when he was a freshman, and then was a semifinalist as a sophomore's first doubles team. Has done a remarkable job both at one singles on the court and leading a talented but very inexperienced group this year to a really good season. So thank you so much, Cole.
Well, congratulations to all the coaches on their great seasons. I want to take a minute to thank everyone who made this spring athletic season possible. So many of you, but particularly the nurses and all their testing, and Heidi Pierce and Al Wood, thank you so much. And my assistant coach, Mr. Roach, and Matt Westman, who came out to practice to push all of our players often this spring. And I just want to recognize this phenomenal team of 13 incredibly strong players. I've never had 13 players who are pretty much all the same level and could really all play at just about any position on the team. That's unprecedented. And every day they came out and worked and pushed each other in just fantastic ways. I think it's really easy to underestimate the strength and toughness that you need to be a competitive tennis player. And every one of these athletes demonstrated that they have that strength and toughness every day in practice and in all of our matches. For the Coaches Award, goes to Emmeline Rickard, one of our co-captains. She's been so positive and supportive and just been fantastic every day this spring. Our Most Valuable Player Award goes to our phenomenal #1 player, Alaire Burrell. And finally, award for extraordinary contribution to the program goes to Mimi Wilmerding. I've never seen an athlete like Mimi Wilmerding. She is the fiercest, most determined, toughest athlete I've ever seen. She will not lose. She goes out every day and works so hard, and she's just determined to just stay out on the courts as long as possible and to win. The great news is you have a chance to see some of the tennis players in action on Saturday, when Mimi and Alaire will be playing here. And then as the tournament draws continue, we hope to bring more and more players to this campus so you can see them in action. So thanks for all your support as we continue our seasons.
The Cardinal editors have an announcement.
The Cardinal editors would like to congratulate Tracy,
Lois Lee,
Michaela Cates,
and June Choi.
for becoming the editors for next year. Congrats again.
Robotics Club at 1:30 p.m. tomorrow in Mr. Myers' office, Amos classroom. Stop by and come see what we're working on.
Orchestra has an announcement.
Hi everyone. Orchestra has a performance tomorrow at 7:30 in Engelhard. We're very excited because we got to get back in the rehearsal room starting this spring. We haven't had too much time to practice, but we're still excited to put on a short and interesting performance for you guys. So I hope as many people as possible sign up and show up. Thanks guys.
Thank you, Andrew. Jazz has an announcement.
Hi everyone. So Jazz is also having a concert, and we're on Sunday at 1 o'clock in Engelhard. So please come. We're really excited to show you what we've been working on all spring.
It's going to be a shorter set due to the abnormal year, but we'd love it if everyone came out. Thank you.
The environmental stewards have an announcement.
Yeah, so the environmental stewards would like to announce our heads for next year. Can we get a drum roll, please?
All right, so please congratulate Pearl Malik, Alaire Burl, and Daniel Kwan.
Congratulations, guys. Someone special has a birthday announcement.
Okay, so just some background on this. My name's Griffin, and for the past 2.5 years, I have had the honor of being the roommate of Piper Jackman. She was just up here. You guys all know who she is. Bright red hair, bubbly personality, really just leads the school in so many capacities. And because Piper has an early March birthday, her birthday has always fallen over spring break, which means she has never had a birthday announcement. This has always been something really important to her. She's always wanted one, and we agreed that, without telling her, we talked about having a birthday announcement senior year. Of course, because of COVID, we didn't want to do it, over Zoom. And so for the last school meeting, we would just like to say, happy birthday, Piper. Love.
White rice, knowing everyone's lines in every production. Pants make my legs feel claustrophobic. 2 a.m. reenactments of musical numbers on the floor. Skunk cabbage, being tempted by abandoned buildings. All of our walks turning very interesting very quickly.
Poker and 5 crowns. Pop, 6, squish, Cicero, Lipschitz. Don't try to stop me, Horace, please!
Sean and Gus, apple juice, and Deciopolis.
Gwendolyn, vegan cheat days, and getting lost on strange beaches.
And finally, people who are allergic to oranges, having an adamant hatred of stickers and mint-flavored toothpaste, and people who need to be woken up by their roommates everywhere.
We love you!
And I know not every birthday happens to be on Thursday when there's school meeting, so I know there was another birthday yesterday, and that was for Madeline Berkness. So let's give her a round of applause. The dance program has an announcement.
So the dance program has our Arts Weekend performance this Saturday at 4 in the Cameron Room. We've all been working really hard, and it'd be great to see everyone there. And personally, this is my first time ever performing, so I'd love to have a lot of support. Thank you.
Miss Dupre has an announcement. So as some of you may know, yesterday was the birthday of 2 great friends and American civil rights activists. On May 19th, Malcolm X, who was assassinated in 1965 at the age of 39, would have made 96 years. Yuri Kochiyama, who passed away in June of 2014, would have completed 100 years yesterday. In honor of Appy Heritage Month, and because Asian American history is American history, I would like to share this Today in History article from the Zen Education Project honoring the life and legacy of Yuri Kochiyama. Yuri Kochiyama was a tireless political activist who dedicated her life to contributing to social change through her participation in social justice and human rights movements. She was born and raised in San Pedro, California. After the bombing of Pearl Harbor, her father, just out of surgery, was arrested and detained in a hospital. She writes, "He was the only Japanese at that hospital, so they hung a sheet around him that said prisoner of war. He died shortly thereafter." In 1943, under President Roosevelt's executive order, Kochiyama and her family were sent to a concentration camp in Jerome, Arkansas for 2 years. This experience and her father's death made Kochiyama highly aware of governmental abuses and would forever bond her to those engaged in political struggles. After being released, she moved to New York and married Bill Kochiyama, a veteran of an all-Japanese American 442nd Combat Unit of the U.S. Army. Kochiyama's activism started in Harlem, New York in the early 1960s, where she participated in Asian American, Black, and Third World movements for civil and human rights, ethnic studies, and against the war in Vietnam. She was a fixture in support movements involving organizations such as the Young Lords, a national group fighting for neighborhood empowerment and self-determination for Puerto Rico, Latinx people, and colonized people, and the Harlem Community for Self-Defense. As the founder of Asian Americans for Action, she also sought to build a more political Asian American movement that would link itself to the struggle for Black liberation. She wrote, "Racism has placed all ethnic peoples in similar positions of oppression, poverty, and marginalization," end quote. In 1963, she met Malcolm X. Their friendship and political allegiance, or political alliances, changed her and her outlook. She joined his group, the Organization for Afro-American Unity, to work for racial justice and human rights. Kochiyama was present on the day Malcolm X was tragically shot and killed. In the Life magazine article, "Death of Malcolm X," she can be seen crouched in the background, cradling Malcolm X's head. In the 1980s, Kochiyama worked in the reparations movement for Japanese Americans alongside her husband, Bill. Support for political prisoners, African Americans, Puerto Ricans, Native Americans, Asian Americans, and progressive whites was a consistent thread in her work. Another fact is that Kochiyama joined a group of Puerto Ricans that took over the Statue of Liberty in 1977 to draw attention to the struggle for Puerto Rican independence. When Kochiyama died on June 1st, 2014, Lehman College Assistant History Professor Robin Spencer wrote, quote, "I hope that remembrance of Yuri Kochiyama does not start and end with a snapshot of her caretaking Malcolm X in his last moments, just as tributes that reduce Reverend Vincent Harding to only being Dr. King's speechwriter. It compounds the tragedy when people who represent the grassroots and plural nature of the 60s movement are reduced upon death to their relationship with great men. What I will remember about Yuri Kochiyama is her careful attention to mentoring and cultivating relationships. The salons she held in her apartment were influential to so many. They are mentioned in several books. She dutifully collected and saved things." Kochiyama came to the 1995 Roundtable on African American Liberation Movement leader Mae Mallory with a scrapbook full of memories, newspapers, and articles and the like. I have come across many of her handwritten letters in many different archives, end quote. Kochiyama bridged people and movements and was a true human rights activist. As we move through the month of May, I encourage us all to be even more intentional in understanding the importance of Appy Heritage Month. While it is a time for us to learn about the heritage and history of the Appy community at SAS, it is also a time for all of us who do not have Appy heritage to reflect on the ways we have and continue to benefit from the contributions of Appy people in this country and around the world. It is a time for us to ask ourselves, what can we be doing in our community here, in our communities around the country and world, to ensure that every person of Appy heritage is able to live lives with respect, dignity, security, and humanity. Thank you.
Mr. Hoops has an announcement for Arts Weekend.
Quick show of hands. How many of you have watched something on Netflix or Hulu or one of the other platforms on your computer over the past 6 to 8 months? Pretty much everyone, right? Okay. How many of you are tired of watching something on a small screen? Hopefully. Maybe you're so used to it. Well, the fact is that around the country and here at St. Andrews, the large screens are starting to open up again. When you go home for the summer, more movie theaters will be opening up. More of the studios are going to be bringing out sort of the big blockbusters that are fun in the summer, and by the time the fall arrives, hopefully movie theaters will be back in action. They've had a very difficult year, as you can imagine. So we have a great program coming this weekend. It allows you to warm up your eyes to seeing something on the large screen. This weekend on Saturday morning, down in Forbes Theater, not Englehart, but in Forbes, the film studies classes are going to be presenting their works from the year. So this includes works from the cinematography class in the fall. It includes works from both of the Film Studies 1 classes. It includes works from the new course we had this year on the visual effects and sound design, which is actually a 6-minute short film. And then we've got the final project from our film major as well. So I certainly invite all of you to come down, or as many of you as we can. Please sign up when the sign up comes out. We can fit about 80 in the theater. It's great to see something on the big screen. It's great to see it with other people in the same room, and it really changes the experience. And many of the students will be at this presentation as well, so you can speak to them afterwards. I think you'll be really impressed with their works. I hope some of you saw the email that I sent out about a month ago when the Oscars actually had a St. Andrews alum win it in the animated short category. Will McCorrick from the class of '92, I believe, won that, and he had a great speech. So I'm hoping maybe that our crop of student filmmakers this year, who knows, there might be a future Oscar winner in that group. But come down and watch. I think you'll get a kick out of it. For those of you who aren't able to get in, we will have the movies up on the website in the gallery after the fact, but it's always better to come down and see them on the big screen if you can. Thank you, and I look forward to seeing you there.
There will be an Alateen meeting this Saturday after classes at 11:30 behind Dr. J's house.
Formal Friday has an announcement.
Hello everyone. So a long time ago, back in the days of old Amos, there was a thing that existed called a formal dress code. And this Friday, or some backstory, in this formal dress code, all of the boys, or if you identified as a boy, you would wear a jacket and a tie and a button down. And this Friday, we would like to bring back Formal Friday. So if you have a coat, if you have any business, like professional workwear, please wear it tomorrow, and we would love to see the entire school looking nice. Thank you, y'all.
Mrs. Burrell and Mr. Cunin have an announcement.
Mr. Cunin and I are happy to announce the new heads of the Honor Committee, the Discipline Committee, and SWAG.
Please join us in congratulating the heads of next year's Honor Committee, William Atkinson and Zoe Clowney. The heads of next year's Discipline Committee will be June Choi and Elle Richards.
And the winners of the SWAG election, Beelan Tate, Evie Rattray, Adelaide Dixon, Ben Butcher, Nate Reed, and Mike Lilly. Congratulations.
The Polar Bear Mamas and Papas have an announcement.
Okay, everybody, the Polar Bear Plunge Club will be having its final meeting tomorrow morning.
Yeah, tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. This is your last chance this year, and this is your last chance, seniors, to jump into the pond in the morning. So come out.
Everyone has to come. Everyone. At 8 a.m. At 8 a.m. tomorrow we're gonna jump. Everyone. Last time.
See you there.
Andrians has an announcement.
There once was a ship that went to sea, and the name of the ship was the Billy of Tea. The winds blew up her bow, dipped down, oh blow, my bully boys blow. Ha! Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go.
Okay, that was a beautiful song by some of the Andrians, and we are gonna have our concert on 5 p.m. on Saturday. There'll be 35 of your wonderful friends singing. 12 of them are seniors. It'll be our last concert, so come out and support. 30 minutes. You'll have plenty of time afterward to get ready for prom, so come out and support us. Thanks, everyone.
Knox and Tones has an announcement.
Hey y'all, we're the Knox and Tones, and our Arts Weekend performance is on Sunday at 5 p.m. Only 100 people are allowed to come, and we expect the seats to fill up really quickly, so as soon as you see the sign-up email, you should sign up immediately. I'm Rhett, and my senior solo is Natural Woman by Aretha Franklin.
I'm Zach. I'll be singing Fix You by Coldplay.
I'm Nina, and I'm gonna sing Killing Me Softly, the Fugees version. More groovy, you know? I'm Christine. I'll be singing Stay by Zed and Alicia Cara.
And I'm Holly, and I'll be singing I Will Survive. Oh, we're gonna do a little preview right now. At first I was afraid, I was petrified, kept thinking I could never live without you by my side. But then I spent so many nights thinking how you did me wrong, and I grew strong, and I learned how to get along, and saw your back from outer space. I just walked in to find you here with that sad look upon your face. I should have changed that stupid lock, I should have made you leave your key. If I'd have known for just 1 second you would be back to bother me. Go on now, go, walk out the door, just turn around now, 'cause you're not welcome anymore. Weren't you the one who tried to break me with goodbye? Did you think I'd crumble? Did you think I'd lay down and die? Come to see the rest.
Mr. Carroll has an announcement.
Hi everyone, thanks for the time and your attention here. Just talk about a few things for this weekend to prepare. The weekend is gearing up obviously for a number of activities to be prepared for, ranging from a number of arts related performances starting tomorrow at 7:30 with the orchestra and extending through Sunday afternoon, evening with the Knox and Tones. This is obviously coupled with prom starting at 6:30 on the front lawn for dinner that I know we're all excited for. The seniors, the staff, swag, Mr. Robinson, Ms. Hansel, all have been working extremely hard over the past few weeks to prepare for this. And quite frankly, it would be a shame if any one individual or a couple of us decide to ruin that with a few poor decisions. And so I'm going to try to be quite clear here. If you obviously don't know what I'm insinuating, you can tune me out, but if you don't, I'm going to lay it out here right now. All school rules are in effect for every day, every weekend, none more so than this weekend. And what does that mean? That means we're all checking in on time. For underperformers, that's 10:45. For seniors, that's 11. That doesn't mean 11:05, 11:15, that means 11. Be there and honor your teachers, your faculty, those who are here this weekend. Okay, the second part. We are not leaving quarter or your dorm after lights out. If you do so, you're breaking a major school rule and you're jeopardizing your standing here this year. And the last part is absolutely, unequivocally, no drugs or alcohol. If you bring drugs onto campus, you're risking being expelled. If you bring alcohol on campus, that's a major suspension, both of which will have to be reported to your school or colleges. So again, I don't envision this occurring, but I want it to be crystal clear with the expectations that we have going into a great weekend. This is the last weekend for your seniors, so let's do our part in honoring and celebrating them the way we can, while still being respectful of the rules. If you have any questions or concerns, my office is downstairs. I'll be happy to talk you through them. But again, I don't expect any issues. Enjoy the weekend, have a great time, and be safe. Thank you, guys.
And then one note on prom is that juniors and seniors are going to eat dinner at 6:30 on the front lawn, and then sophomores and freshmen I think will be at 7 o'clock, just to let you all know. And then Hutch has a chapel announcement.
Thanks, everyone. I just want to invite you down to the chapel tomorrow, Friday, at 1 p.m. for our Senior Reflections Chapel. This is a great time to support your seniors who will be sharing with us about their spiritual journeys while at St. Andrews. And this is definitely one of my favorite chapels of the year, and it kicks off a week of saying goodbye to the great class of 2021 and of turning over the leadership of the school to the underformers. So even if you have lunch at 1 or whatever, this is really worth your time of coming down to the chapel, to that intimate setting. It's one of the last services, if not the last service we'll have in the chapel for this school year. So I hope to see everyone down there and honor our great seniors. Thank you.
Those are all the announcements that we have for today, so everybody have a great weekend. Oh. Dr. O'Connor has an announcement, guys. I lied.
Commendable.
Sorry to keep you, I will be brief. So Tuesday night, the biology department hosted the 4th annual Curiosity Quest night. You seniors will remember this. We started this when you all were freshmen, if you were here. So what the freshmen do is they get a bio question, some question about the natural world, and then they pursue the answer. All freshmen do it. The finalists on Tuesday night were Caroline Adel, Xander DaCosta, William Lynn, Addison Zaria, and Griffin Patterson. I want to thank our judges that were Dr. Hammond, Mr. Daly, and Mr. Sanchez. And I want to announce the winner of the Freshman Bio Prize is William Lynn.
Well done, William.
So that was the last announcement for today, guys. Have a good weekend and a great rest of your week.